What is up, FBI fam? We are back. It's starting to feel like summer, and
Yeah.
it's like 80 degrees over here in Denver, so we're taking full advantage of it. Hope everyone had a nice winter. Hope everyone is doing well. We got another podcast with the brothers, aka Mad Dubs and Automate, so super excited to chat with them. But as you guys know, we always got to get into it, give a shout out to our homies over at Hostile.
Mhm.
And actually, these last few days they announced a very stacked show, one of my favorites. But the first one coming up, we got Stone Level and Muerte, aka their Stone to Death tour. So that one is taking place on May 3rd. So we got the ticket link in the bio. And then the favorite one that Chrissy and I
Mhm.
are just like, this lineup is fucking illegal. Pardon my French. We got Versa headlining, and then we got our homie Nimda and Dirty Snatcha, Chango, back to back Mongrel.
Ooh.
Love those guys. Shout out to them. And Stains, back to back Atsukari and Trauma. Like,
God damn.
excuse me?
Dude, Hostile getting deleted.
They're getting deleted. Absolutely. Y'all
That's
better get
sick.
ready.
Yeah. And also he's been doing a lot of the secret warehouse shows. So I think it's cool not knowing the venue before day of show. So that kind of like adds to the fun and the underground vibes. So you guys should totally check it out.
Yeah, and Tony, the founder, actually, he posted a video recently of literally how much of a fucking village it takes to put these shows together. And I think it was a really cool video. And it's a cool little like reel. It's a recap of, hey, this is how many crew we have to bring in to build out the stage and basically transform this entire warehouse into a venue in just
Mhm.
like a 24-hour turnaround. So
Yeah.
they're doing really sick stuff, you guys. So please go check them out. This is why we're always giving them a shout out for every podcast because they're really doing something awesome for the underground scene. And that's what we're all about.
Yep. And if you guys ever go to any of these shows and you post videos, you can always tag us in the background and kind of help us with our intel across the nation. So stay locked.
Mm-hmm. Also, too, we'll be dropping the stream link below. We got Mistress and Abrasive dropping the Foresight EP with us.
Hell
So, as of this
yeah.
recording, it's going to be out tomorrow on Friday, April 18th. So, super stoked for that. I just remember when I first heard Bad Mofo, their
Oh,
collab with
yeah.
Rated R. That was when I first discovered these artists, and we've had them on our radar since then. So keep an eye out.
FBI.
And your place looks so good, Edo.
Thank you.
I know. I was like, damn, that looks
We have,
fancy.
we have the
Very professional.
we have the mascot of the studio.
Oh, there's Papa Bear right there.
What's his
Yeah.
name again? He's got like some crazy Swedish name. I forgot what it is.
Remember, it was like a crazy Nordic name, like Voltron.
Oh yeah, it's like Bjol something. I remember.
Yeah, something crazy.
That's the little brother.
The
Yeah,
baby Poppy.
that's the
And
the
then
baby.
we have Hamish here.
Hamish.
Yo,
The Poppe
You got a whole
animals.
zoo up in there.
he's a zookeeper.
Yeah.
True.
Amazing. Well, welcome guys to the podcast. Super excited to
Thank
have
you
you
for
guys, the
inviting us.
brothers. Yes.
Thank
This has been a
Yeah.
long time coming. We've been wanting to sit down with you guys and just see what the hell is going on because you guys have been all over the place.
hmm
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah. So just tell us where are you guys tuning in from? Tom, we'll start with you.
So I'm actually down the road from you guys. So I'm in Denver right now. As you can see, it's just turned day. Um,
hmm
Yep. It's nice.
Edo.
Yeah, I'm in Italy. Yeah, it's day here. No, I'm joking. Here it's almost. What time is it here? It's 7 p.m. Yeah, and
What city?
Milano.
Milano,
Milano.
the fashion capital.
Yeah, actually, this week is like the not the fashion week, like the design week here.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Okay.
a lot of events.
Wow. Yeah, lots of designer stuff
Yeah,
around.
exactly.
That reminds me, actually, you and we all met when we were with Keizo back at
Yeah,
Nameless Festival. How many years ago was that now?
3 years ago,
22. Yeah.
or yeah,
Yeah,
2 or 3 years ago at Nameless. Yeah, I remember.
Uh-huh. Oh
crazy.
my gosh. Was that before you got your visa?
Uh, I'm not sure.
I think it
No,
was,
was
right?
it?
Was that
Because
the show
you,
that you had your whole family wear the Poppe shirts?
Yeah, no, was it? Yes,
Yeah, it
yes,
was. Yeah, I remember.
yes, it was. Yeah,
because
but like my sister and like my cousins, and they had like the puppet T-shirt.
yeah, I remember shortly after that, Keizo had announced a new breed bus tour, I think it was, and I think that was your first tour out here, right?
Yeah, okay, yeah, that yeah makes sense because yeah, absolutely, yeah, and yeah,
Crazy.
first show in like October at Summoning, and then yeah, we had the bus tour with him.
Dude, Summoning 2023 was where it's at. Like that was some of the most fun I've ever had
Was
at a
it
festival.
2023?
The FOMO. Yeah, it probably was
Yeah.
2023. If it was the year before my one.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Because
wait, no, wait.
you guys released Poppe in 23, right?
I think it was 22.
Yeah, wait, hold on. We might be. Wait,
I'm
hold on.
looking. It says
Poppe was
23.
22.
It says 2023 on Spotify.
No, yeah, but I think I played Summoning the year before,
Yeah, no, I played Summoning in 23, didn't I?
and I played 22.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Good.
Everything's kind of like
These
meshing
last few
together.
years, like since COVID, since the start of COVID, time has just like not felt right.
I,
Like,
I I don't have a clue of what is going on right now. Like, especially when I also travel back from the States to Italy, I'm always like a day behind. Like, today's Thursday, right? And I thought it was like Wednesday.
Mhm.
Oh
oh
my
wait,
God.
you lose a day every time you fly.
Yeah. How often are you going back and forth, Edo?
I think like twice a month,
Okay.
around that. Depends honestly. Sometimes I just wanna be in Italy, so I fly more because I wanna be home
Yeah.
more. Sometimes I just wanna stay there. Depends.
Hopefully you're
Yeah.
able to rack up some points with your airline or something with all the traveling you're
Yeah.
doing.
every sorry, not the F word. Every time I am I allowed to say the
Yeah.
F-
This
every
is an
fuck-
explicit podcast.
fucking time I fly international, I have problems every time. Like this time I was flying back from Milwaukee. I played a show with Infect, and I was flying back to Italy, and there was a problem, and I missed my flight back to Italy. I had to
Mhm.
sleep another night in a ATL. Yeah, it was not
Damn.
fun.
That's the
Yeah. But
worst.
also, you every time you fly, you make sure it's Delta, no matter how much it costs.
Mm.
So it
Um,
makes
I,
it even worse.
I try to.
You're loyal
No,
to Delta?
yeah, because I'm trying to get the points. At least when I
Hmm.
travel internationally, at least I get the points. Otherwise, traveling is terrible.
The status.
Yeah, I'm the same way with United. I'm loyal to United, even though like I'm not a huge fan of like the aircrafts. They're not the nicest. Some of them
Mm.
are, but and
I'm
a
a
lot
I'm a
of
Frontier
times.
lover.
Frontier, yeah, you and Ian.
The
Oh,
thing is, in
Ian.
Denver, Frontier is just absolutely insane. Like most shows, I fly for like $70.
Do you have
And
the yearly pass?
no, I need to buy everything, but I have the mile. I have like the top tier from just flying.
You're a
So like
diamond?
when I came back from California the other day, I had a checked bag and a carry-on, and I didn't pay for any of it.
Oh, wow, that's rare for
So yeah,
Frontier.
it was
That's
crazy.
very
Yeah.
rare.
Last time we were in Florida for Miami Music Week a couple weeks ago, and I flew Frontier. They charged me $85 for a carry-on there, and then 99 on the way back.
Yeah,
Wow.
And it was
that's
delayed.
where they usually like do their. That's usually when they like scam you. But if you've
Yeah.
Yeah.
got the miles, it's not a scam. And the amount of leg room I get on the plane is actually insane.
What? Are you in the exit
I
row?
either the exit row or the front, but I always get like probably like this much room. And like your
Okay.
legs is like just this. So you get like all that
Maybe your
space.
legs.
Yeah, the seats aren't amazing, but
They're basically
financially,
cardboard.
Like you
yeah,
can knock on them.
I would take the hit to like financially be better off, I think, which
That's
is
fair.
crazy.
Well, when you're flying as much as you guys are, you got to do what you can.
Yeah, no, it makes
Yeah.
sense. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we could talk about travel all day long, but
Yeah.
we want to know more about your VOYD DOME set because the
Mhm.
videos we got from that, from just some of our
Dude.
boots on the ground, dude, the pits were like insane.
It was crazy.
No, yeah.
I remember when we first got up on stage and we looked up, we were just like, holy shit, wait, what? Like, there's so many people here. Like, this
Yeah.
is actually insane. And especially like it was crazy to think about coming from where me and Edo have come from. Like, for example, we met in Rampage Open Air 2022, I think. And for us, that was like a huge thing at the time, like when we played that, and that was like 1,000, 1,500. So to go from that, when we already thought that was something crazy, to this, it like didn't feel like a real thing. It was absurd. And the crowd was just insane, actually.
Yeah, the crowd.
Um, Big crowds, I can never tell if they're just gonna like stand there, but like the whole room was moving. And I feel like that's such a rare thing to see nowadays. So it was
Yeah.
awesome. It was
Yeah.
absolutely crazy.
Great energy from like start to the end. Uh, yeah, insane. I think that was like one of my favorite shows I've played in a while.
Mhm.
Uh, not just by the like, of course, it was a great show, but also like the people that were there. Um, of course, playing with Tom, doing the first like Poppe brother, you know, official thing with the outfits and like everything. It was like just I don't know.
Yeah.
I still think about that day. It was like great. It was great.
And you guys just came off your release of The Brothers a few days before, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
well, we released it the same day
Okay.
as the
Yeah,
actual show. I've
It's like the
never done
perfect
something like
storm.
that. Yeah, I've never done something like that, but it was like fun to do that. Um,
we had to
yeah,
time it
that
quickly. Like we had, not gonna lie, we kind of had to rush a little bit with some stuff, but I think it came out like nice, like very nice.
yeah,
Hell
doing that
yeah.
and trying to go to a pop-up at the same time is probably not the most ideal thing.
Dude, the pop-up,
Oh
that
my God.
looked crazy. Just some little dive bar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was sick. It was kind of just like Larimer. Like it's like Larimer
Yeah.
Lounge, but with like if they made that like stairs going up, a balcony that people could like play off of. Like it had that same vibe of just like a bar just in the middle of like a random street.
Yeah.
yeah,
But the way
packed
that
with
these
a lot
all
of
these
people.
pop-ups like yeah, the way all these pop-ups just like completely just swamp the place is hilarious. Like
The
the
Yeah.
queue,
lines.
the whole place
Mhm.
was completely full, and then the line was like around the block and then around again. It was crazy.
Jesus.
There was probably like 1,500 people, 2,000 people.
Wow. Pop-ups
And
are in
for
right now. People are broke. They
Mhm.
just want the free shit.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
Sudden Death did a bunch of pop-ups. Like, didn't he play with Marshmallow at a hot dog stand or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
yeah, yeah. That
Chicago.
was
Yeah.
in Chicago, yeah.
And
And
the
I
Mall
remember
of
they played.
America thing. Like, it's cool that
Yeah,
he's such a big artist and he's down to do all of these outside the box shows.
Yeah. No, I was watching his 2017 Tomorrowland set, and I had no idea that he played Jotaro in that set. I didn't realize that
Wait,
he's actually
what?
been like Marshmallow's like been a dubstep guy for like actually way longer than I realized. Like he was playing yeah Jotaro in Belgium to a bunch of like I mean main stage Tomorrowland fans like more
Yeah.
leaning towards like house and stuff. So I was like
Yeah.
that's crazy because he's always been a fan of the kind of thing.
Have you guys
It's
been
really
to
cool to see.
Tomorrowland?
I've never,
I haven't. No,
Uh-uh.
I haven't. I don't think either of us have.
I've never been there.
It's fun. It's hilarious because when we went in 2018, the only dubstep was at the tiny little Monster Cat Dragon stage. And so
Yeah,
we walked
Yeah,
over and there were like 200 people with American flags on, like
yeah,
headbanging to dubstep.
I was gonna say it must be such a change of pace from like going to Rampage because Rampage is like 50% dubstep, but Tomorrowland is like 5% dubstep. It's
Right.
yeah.
still got like it's still like there's a lot more now than there was, but it's like super interesting to think that Tomorrowland isn't a dubstep festival at all. It's just like
Yeah.
way
I
bigger
House,
than
techno, big room.
Hardstyle.
I remember Getter playing there at the Monster Cat stage. I remember it was like a huge thing back then. Like everybody was so hyped because Getter was playing Tomorrowland.
That's insane to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chrissy and I actually became besties, and that's basically how DUBSTEP FBI came to be. Because her and I, we went on a girls' trip because we had mutual friends, and we went to Tomorrowland in 2018, and we actually saw Keizo. That was like who Chrissy really wanted to see. We all had groups of like, okay, who do you want to see? Who do you want to see? And we all had an artist, and Chrissy's was Keizo, and that was my first time seeing Keizo live. And to think that we started working for him a couple years after that is like full circle moment.
That's the
Great.
EDM dream right there.
Like, who
That's
would have
it.
thought these little rave girls in the freaking Tomorrowland crowd?
Then you
Yeah.
ended up working with him.
Exactly. Yeah. See, that's like, so there's this thing that I've talked to people about called the EDM dream. And I feel like you guys could probably relate to it where like we all start out as fans, but then you put so much into it and it becomes like your whole world. And then things start happening where you look back and you're like, wow, 5 years ago, I would have never thought I would be in this position. And it's like dreams come true, kind of.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a thing, and I think passion is like such a big part of like just making it in life. If you love something, it doesn't really matter who you are or where you're from. You will put the
Hmm.
time in, and people will recognize that. And I think that's an important thing that I think a lot of people miss, especially in this space, as the scene gets bigger. I think a lot of people miss out that a bunch of us, it was just us in our bedroom when we were like 13 and we just had passion for this sound.
Hmm.
Like, I remember when me and Edo first met, it must have been, well, like 20, probably around the same time, just a bit before to, like that Tomorrowland, probably like 2017, when I found one of Edo's songs. And I was like 14 and Edo was like 16 or 17 or something like that. And I
Yeah.
remember like looking back on it now, it's actually crazy because um nothing's really changed apart from the fact that I've just like put tons of time into it. And I think Edo could definitely say the same. Like back then it wasn't about, oh, am I gonna be this person and play in this show? It was more so, oh, I just made this sick sound. I love it. I'm gonna show the world.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
just a bunch of people have come together that way. And yeah, I do believe that like if you just put the passion in those dreams that you mentioned can come true very easily.
Yeah. I think the same. If you're actually like passionate about it and you're not like pretending to be, I
Mhm.
think it actually like does something, because it means that you're like putting all your energies into it when you're passionate about something. For example, like you get home from school when you're very young, right? And you're making music. You get home from school and you start making music, and then you work till like 2 a.m., right? But it doesn't matter to you because you're just so passionate about it that the next day you go to school and you're tired as fuck, but you don't care.
Exactly. It's
Right.
like you just want more and more. And like you said, Tom, life in general, you get out what you put in. So like
Yeah.
the energy that you radiate, that comes back to you tenfold.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's
How
why people like sudden death of Subtronics really like the place that they're in, they massively deserve because those are like some of the coolest people that I've ever met. And you can tell they were the same as like me and Edo, just passionate kids that just ended up putting way too much time into this kind of stuff.
To make
Yeah.
It's
noise.
okay to put too much time into this stuff, but you can just like tell like they love it. Same
They're
with a
just
bunch
so,
of
yeah.
other big people. Like you can tell a lot of them are just the same person as you. They just either got, I don't want to say lucky because that's not what I mean, but like they won, you know?
hmm
Hmm.
they
They're
made
just,
it.
yeah, they're just
Yeah.
so relatable, and they don't think that they're better than everyone else, and they're just so humble. Just,
Yeah.
yeah. Every
Yeah.
time we see Jesse in person, he's just like the nicest guy ever, and like always supporting us, always giving us kudos. And yeah, he's always trying to find ways to support us, comment on our stuff, share our videos on his stories. Like, yeah, he's
Yeah.
amazing.
For the big artists to take time out of their day and actually like respect and talk to some of the people who are just now starting off, I feel like that goes such a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm curious, how did this whole brothers thing come about? Obviously, you guys have that awesome collab. the Poppe, but like, what even is a Poppe? Like, explain.
Do you want to say what it is?
No. Oh my god.
And
Oh.
you could say what it is.
You really do. Okay.
Or do you want me to say it?
Poppe is a. Okay, if you want, I can say it. It's fine. Okay. I'm Italian. I'm gonna say it. So Poppe, it's an Italian term, and it means boobies. Literally.
Okay.
Boobies.
Okay.
That's why there's milk.
That's
milk
why
on
the
them?
art is milk. Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
That's awesome.
So,
Okay. I mean, a lot of us don't know what it means.
It says pure 100% unfiltered boobies milk.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I love it.
Well, shit,
So-
that went far.
It's funny because like the word, if you like completely detach it, it's just like a really simple and catchy word. Like
Yeah.
I feel like if that song, the first song was called anything else, it would be different. But the fact it's literally just a 5-letter word that's like 3 P's, an O and an E, it's just like, oh, this is like super easy to know. And like I feel like it's kind of become a part of like a bunch of people's heads, just the word Poppe.
Yeah.
Like
And
And
the
yeah.
vocal in the song is actually Tom saying Poppe because we thought it was funnier that way if like a non-Italian person was saying, like the term instead of me saying Poppe with like the right pronunciation. And yeah. But I guess it's also like, for example, Subtronics, he didn't know that the pre-drop would say Poppe. And he thought it was saying okay, so he was like, "Yeah, you're
yeah,
so
yeah.
Okay.
I remember that, yeah.
okay." No, bro, it doesn't say okay; it says Poppe.
Yeah.
I feel like
but-
part of the reason it took off so quickly is because no one here knows what that means. And it was like a new term to everyone. It was something fresh, something different. And for it to have the milk carton too, people were just like, this is so fun. Obviously, the song is sick, but it had cool branding too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every
Yeah.
time I hear the song, I think back to Red Rocks when Sweet Tooth went back to back with Artix.
When he was
Yeah. And the dance.
That was
And also
Yeah.
the EDC Mexico stuff.
yes.
I
Yeah.
remember when he played EDC Mexico and then he posted that video of him like doing the humping
Yeah.
thing, and
True.
it got like
Oh my gosh.
200,000 views or something like that. Like
Yeah.
something crazy.
That was
Like, we
crazy.
I feel like we kind of owe the hype of the release a bit to him.
honestly, yeah. Like props to him, like 100% for that because it actually helped a lot.
How
Like,
did
That,
how did Funkcase get a hold of it for DPMO?
I had
remember
a
at the ti-
yeah.
And actually no, I just remembered it was because your EP that you had came up, but we were just sending him loads of music at the time, I think.
Yeah.
And he was just like, "Oh, this would be perfect." And I think
I had an EP scheduled with DPMO, and I sent him a bunch of like music, and Poppe was part of it, and he fell in love, and so
It's a big
Yeah.
sign
Oh,
right
yeah.
there.
yeah, that's how it happened.
yeah, I love that song.
And then, so since that collab, did you guys just feel so inspired to keep working together and keep making music?
Yeah,
or like,
so-
how did we get here to the brothers?
I think a big thing for us is being two European people, kind of like in a space full of Americans. It felt like it kind of resonated with us a lot to do like this very European thing in America. Because you don't really get much of that. I mean, apart from like me and Edo, it's only really like, oh, sorry, I got a little friend.
Oh, hello.
It's
Oh,
only
hello.
like Sunfire and Infect and like a few others that are like also European that's like in the riddim space that have visas. So we kind of thought, oh, this would be like a great thing to like do because it like we make music well together as well. Like we kind of had that same idea and thought for the sound, but also just both being European that we really wanted to make it like something different from what everyone gets in America. kind
Yeah.
of.
I guess also like making music together for us is very easy, as you said. Like for example, the Pete remix, we made it in like 10 minutes at your
Yeah,
place.
and that was before
10
your show,
minutes.
before the vinyl show. Yeah,
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah,
You're
we made it.
cooking.
Yeah,
And then we made
Poppe we made in like 2 hours.
Holy shit.
Y'all are
No,
like
it was-
Subtronics
it
over
was
here.
Yeah.
not that fast. It was not that fast. No,
But
Poppe.
okay,
was
if
a
you
bit
put our combined time, because we did like I like made the intro whilst you were doing the drop, so it kind of like
I
we
made
kind of
like
killed two birds in one stone.
I made like 5 different drops, and then it popped with like I just changed some stuff, and then I sent it to Tom, and Tom was like, "Yeah," and was super hyped, and then it was like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
The
and that
best
was all in like
collabs.
that was all in one sitting.
oh yeah,
I
yeah, yeah."
remember like it might not have been 2 hours, it might have been more, but it was definitely like in one sitting we basically had the whole song.
Yeah.
Obviously we made the second drop later, but you always make second drops for deadlines. I think that's something every artist knows. You keep it playable until you have to change it last second,
Yeah.
True.
because second drops are always the most painful thing ever to
But
do.
honestly, the project was so well like structured that I feel that like doing the second drop on Poppe was like easier than other tracks for some reason.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Also, I think just the insane amount of processing that the synth had, you could just throw anything at it and it would just sound sick.
Yeah,
So it was like
Yeah.
really easy to make a second drop that time.
that's a good project right there.
Yeah.
Did you guys have the idea for the brothers right away, or did that come later down the line?
No, it was kind of more when we saw other people doing this whole thing. We thought about it like, oh, we could do that, but we could do it in a really unique way.
Like the performances, like special branded performances?
Yeah.
I would say it came from. I think one day I called him like my Poppe brother. I said, "Tom, you're my Poppe brother," or something like that.
Yeah.
Tom said it to me. I don't remember, but like, and then we were like, "Wait, this should be a thing."
Yeah.
This like the idea was cool, so we were like, maybe we should actually do the Poppe brothers now that everybody's doing it, like doing the like it's now that it's working, right?
Mhm.
Groups are working like with with of course sudden death, Aptic, and space
Mhm.
Yeah.
doing massive and
And
the
then the
studio.
Hive Mind one as well, and yeah.
Yeah.
I think like people like to see other producer collaborate and like being actually like a boy band or something, you know.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's cool when you come up with a unique name for it too.
Yeah, I think a big thing for us as well is that we know that if we work together instead of separately, we can do even more for this little thing than it would have been by ourselves. Like all those visuals we made for VOYD DOME and everything, all the effort that we put into all these
Yeah.
little things.
Love it.
I think it'd be very different if it was just me by myself or Edo by himself.
Yeah, it's
So
not
that's
as
like an
fun.
important thing. Yeah, no, I like this kind of thing of all this European and kind of having a mess around, but also being somewhat serious vibe has been like really fun to work with, and it's made it a lot easier to like think about and all that kind of thing. And it kind of
Yeah.
removes the whole aspect of like trying so hard, because me and Ed were just like, what if we just like wore suits and just made
Yeah, I
stupid
love-
visuals
yeah.
about pizza? And we're like, okay, but we know like people enjoy that, like seeing
love
spinning
that.
pizzas. Yeah,
Yeah. People love like the silly, goofy shit.
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, we found that like things do really well when they're not that serious. Like it's riddim,
And
you
and
know?
that was the problem that I found not doing it. So like being solo, I think too much because it's like my project and it's my everything. But the brothers is like, it's still like a lot. Like it's not me saying, oh, I don't care about it, but with that, because it's like some group thing, we can kind of like mess around a bit more and just be a bit more silly. But it also lets like the ideas flow in a different way, and I've been enjoying that a lot.
Yeah. Do you guys want to know a fun fact about the suits and like the thing we wore?
Please. I'm sure the
Yes.
fans want to know as well.
So we're like, for this show, we said, okay, we gotta dress like with Italian clothes or like European, you know, like mafia type clothes. And so my dad happens to have like a lot of clothes. And so I just asked him like, Dad, do you have like some stuff that I can wear at the show? I like explained him, right? And so he actually helped me curate the outfits for the show.
No
And-
way.
The suit that Tom used was the suit that my dad used at his wedding.
What?
No way.
Yeah.
Oh
Jack
my
David his
gosh.
wedding suit. Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's
But-
quite the story
Wow.
right there. I'm surprised your dad let him recycle it.
No, my dad was fine. My dad is like, my dad had two weddings, so he was like, yeah, take one or the other. So,
That authentic suit
That's
right
sick.
there.
And it actually fit me pretty well. That's the thing I was kind of worried about because it was like I'm wearing your dad's clothes, and somehow it just fit me like I was his dad. I mean, I could, Ed, maybe I could be a. Yeah, write that down actually.
The father.
You're the father.
We had a fan question
Poppe.
about that actually.
Oh yeah, we should actually get into some of these submitted
I know.
questions because we got so many, and a lot of these I'm actually
really?
curious about.
Yeah.
All right, so first one, this one's kind of funny. Divi_AU, how many times have you two accidentally kissed while swapping chairs in the studio?
we did VOYD DOME, actually.
Yeah,
VOYD DOME.
we as brothers we have, sometimes with your family, you give them a little smooch.
Little cheeky cheek.
You guys
In
want to
a non you're gonna pull up the photo
Let's
in a
see.
non-romantic
Oh, God.
way.
We
Let's
want all
see.
the behind the scenes stuff.
Okay, wait. Let's see if I can
We
find
need to
it.
uncover.
This
should
is the
be-
investigation.
Should be able to find it, but we
Yeah.
have this. Yeah, we have this cool photo here.
Oh, I love that.
Oh
The
my
mustache.
As you can tell, I
Mario.
turned 21.
Mario and Luigi.
Then what do we have? Like some backs. Wait. Oh, here. Oh my God, there's so many. It's so funny. This is Tom eating spaghetti and putting spaghetti as mustache.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh. Very Italian.
Yeah,
Italiano.
Italiano.
this is me paying with my Frozen card.
Oh, wow.
You can see. Yeah, that's my princess.
The
Chase
frozen.
card.
Write it off. That's a write off.
Yeah, and then oh my God, where is it? I have to find the photo where we kiss.
There's actually a pic.
Over here.
There is one.
Damn, I can't find it. I don't know where it is. Damn, I spoiled it and then now I didn't have it. Oh, I found it.
Oh, hello. Yeah, baby.
Well, that's perfect because you're wearing the wedding suit anyway.
Yeah.
True.
Sick.
Perfect.
Love it. Well, that answers that question. Our next question is from Evan Smithy, and he's asking for opinions on beans on toast. Tom, I'll let you go first.
It's just perfect. It's like you have had a long day and sometimes you're like, I need like Chick-fil-A or something. It's like that, but for British people. And it's just so perfect. It works in the morning, it works in the evening, it works any time of the day. And the thing is as well is it sounds disgusting because America doesn't like do the beans the same way. But in the UK, it's just like in all of Europe, because like parts of Europe do it as well. It's just like the beans are honestly perfect. It's not like what you expected at all. It's kind of like, I'm trying to think about it. As a kid, you would sometimes have that some kind of like tomato pasta, like pasta, and it would just be like letters. It'd be like the alphabet, like the small little bits of spaghetti. I'm trying to.
Oh, SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, that's it. It's
Chef
kind of like that, but
Boyardee.
like it's kind of like that, but in bean form.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not
Interesting.
actually what it seems like at all. It's not exactly the same, but
Yeah.
it's got that kind of like vibe of just like it's like really easy to actually eat, and it's not
like the
some-
texture.
Yeah. I mean, the texture is kind of weird, but it's just like the same as like any bean.
Like a tomatoey bean.
Yeah, it's literally just like I'm trying to think what it actually is. It's just like a bean covered in tomato sauce, basically.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. I don't know. Did you guys have it whilst you're in Europe?
I haven't had the beans. I didn't dive into those when I was in London.
I'm trying to remember.
I've never
Ed,
tried
you've
it.
had it, right? Oh, you've never had it either. What?
I
Oh,
saw
wait.
you at the hotel doing it, and I was like, nah.
Actually, they served it for breakfast when I was in Barcelona recently.
Did you try it?
I did, but it's just the taste. It's a little different.
It's kind of like porridge where it's like visually it kind of looks scary, but depending on the circumstance, it's like actually like the best thing ever. Like I was always scared of porridge, and then I used to like camp and stuff. So our like group, I used to basically do like UK Scouts. I don't know what it's called here, like Boy Scouts.
Boy Scouts, yeah.
But I did it
Yeah.
in the UK, and like we were forced to have porridge. And to be honest, like it was nowhere near as bad as I like imagined it, like visually. Like it looks way worse than it actually tastes.
Yeah.
Does look bad, yeah.
I might have to try that when I go to Barcelona next month.
They'll probably
Have
serve it
beans
for
on
breakfast.
toast. I don't know if I think everywhere in Europe kind of does it now in hotels because it's a very easy and cheap thing to do.
Yeah.
I would get it. I would 100% recommend the beans on toast.
Well, we can move on to the next one here.
I'll pass on the beans. Thanks.
I
Next.
figured. Okay, another one here for you, Tom. Fucking Juju asks Tom why he isn't SSL in Rocket League yet.
Because I stopped playing. I'm too like busy to play Rocket League.
That's fair.
No, I've way too many hours on the game now that I kind of like feel like I have to, but I need to put those hours into something else. Like for the record, I played Rocket League for like 3 years and I have 4,000 hours.
Oh, wow.
God damn.
Like I've played the game a lot, and imagine I put that into like producing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
I'd be like Fizo, but right now I'm just like not very good.
Like the rule where they say you need 10,000 hours or something to become an expert.
I've always wondered actually how many hours me and Edo like have in our specific door. Obviously, like you update it all the time, so you can't like check the hours. But like, if from Ableton 9 to like now, how many hours I would have in Ableton, it would be such an interesting thing to see. Ed, yours must be crazy.
Nah, it must be like the same as yours, or I don't know.
I feel like you're definitely in Ableton more than me. I don't know. I'm kind of like,
Was I? Oh, because you started with FL, right?
yeah, I was in FL for like 5 years
True.
when I was like 9 years old.
Wow, youngster.
And I remember
Right.
my name originally, it's really funny to think about because it's like Hole's name format now. But when I first started and I gave myself a name, even though I was terrible, like absolutely terrible, my name for myself was Mad exclamation mark.
Oh, wow.
Like
three
how Hole
letters.
is Hole exclamation mark. It's like the exact same thing. So
Yeah.
it's always funny to think about that I did that. And then someone was like, you should put dubs. And I was like,
Not
okay.
dub. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's kind of like how
Um,
it came around.
Yeah. When did you change it?
2017. Probably around when
Okay.
I met Edo.
Yeah.
Sick. I think, wait, in 2017? We met in 2017?
When was
Really?
Danky Potter?
Oh my god.
I can check it right now.
Can you check?
Yeah, I'm checking it right now.
Y'all go way back.
Yeah, Ed has this old song. It's basically the video of like the skit of Harry and Hagrid going like, "You're a wizard, Harry."
Yeah, I don't,
And, but it's the really like it's the really like blunt one where he's like he calls him like a bunch of stuff. Like, I'm sure everyone watching this will know the video I'm talking about. It's like the
Oh,
the
yes,
fan-made
yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
a fucking wizard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen that. That's hilarious. I totally forgot about that, dude. Oh my God.
Yeah, sorry,
a
Edo. I'm
classic.
like putting everyone onto your like old.
Oh,
Okay, Danky Potter
Thank you, Potter.
it was 2018.
to whoever is listening to this podcast, don't look that tune up.
2018.
Oh,
It's
it's
not even
published?
that bad. It's not even that bad, man.
Thank you, Potter.
It just like sounds like monks.
Monk.
It does.
Oh boy. Okay, well, moving on. Vanita SMV is asking, where are the sisters, the fathers?
Tom's sister was there, and
Yeah, my sister's actually started trying to DJ.
No way.
Yeah, for the last like week.
Oh,
I've
that's
been
cool.
seeing her like post stuff, and she's actually been pretty decent at it. So now Edo's sister needs to lock
my
in, and then maybe they could also.
starting to get like interested into this all like to this dubstep thing. Yesterday, she asked me who Space Lake is. I was like,
Space
"You mean-
Lake.
Space Lake.
I said, do you mean Space Laces? No, Space Lake. No, you mean Space Lazy. Oh yeah, sure, yeah. So yeah, she's starting to get interested into it.
What is
And,
space laces in Italian? Like,
Lacci spaziali.
Lacci
wow.
spaziali?
did she say it like that, or did she say it just like
No,
English?
she said Space Lake.
Space Lake.
I was gonna say I thought that was maybe like a translation mistake there, but Space
No.
Lake. Maybe it's
Damn.
like Chris Lake X Space Laces.
Chris Lake.
Yeah, maybe she was like confused. But yeah, and as regarding the fathers, my father was there in spirit with his suit.
I
So,
was basically his dad.
Mm-hmm.
true.
Pretty
The
much.
family.
Yeah.
You were the
No, I
grooms.
think my parents were like at summoning. Like I'm pretty sure if I'd said something like that to my dad and I was like, come up on stage and play a song with Ed's dad, he would definitely do it. He would absolutely do it.
He's sick.
Like I don't know if you've seen like my parents are in my family photo for when I played for Sudden Death at the downtown Las Vegas Event Center last year.
Mhm.
I think last year. I brought them both up on stage at the end and was like, guys, just like pose for the photo.
Aw.
I could tell my mum was scared, but my dad was absolutely loving it. He was like, yeah, look at all these people looking
Yeah,
at me.
right. He's like, my son did that.
So maybe
Proud
we
dad
can make
moment.
the Poppe fathers at some point.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of funny.
Hey, if you guys do a big Europe show or something, invite both of them.
Yeah.
That could be sick.
Just
My
swap
parents
costumes.
have never
Mhm.
been a show of mine, so I'm not sure that's probably most likely to happen if Tom comes to Italy and we play a show here.
Mhm.
Otherwise, my dad will never jump on a plane to see me play.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Too scared.
What about a train?
Train, he's old. My dad is almost my dad turned 70 this year.
Mhm.
Kind of old. So I'm not sure.
Those
gotta
old
move-
Italian dads. I got one of those too.
Yeah.
He's the godfather.
Yeah. My dad actually could be. I don't know. I don't know what he did in Calabria back in days. I don't fucking know, man.
Back in the day.
Yeah, he's
Or-
actually out of Italy. He might be. I don't know. Not gonna say anything. I can't talk.
Oh, okay.
He's making illegal pizza transactions.
Wow, we're gonna have to open a case file.
Yeah. After this, we're sending you to court.
Yeah.
No, please, Trump, give me my visa. I need it.
Well, Trump, we know you're listening, so pull some strings for us.
Please do it for the riddim. Okay. MF.Victor. Shout out Victor. Love him. Will there be a Poppe tour soon?
Tom.
Something we've thought about. As of right now, we're kind of leaning towards making it like a big show performance thing. So like how it was at VOYD DOME, and we've also got a few other ones lined up later in the year. I think later down the line we'll discover it. Like we'll adventure that sort of thing. But right now it's mainly just like when we come together for a huge venue and we can do like big production. That's kind of like the idea that we have at the moment.
Oh yeah. You got like
I'm sure-
Inferno. You got Inferno lined up, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
in 2 weeks.
That's gonna be
I'm
sick.
very interested to see the Kerosene debut.
Kerosene.
believe
Oh, is
that.
that his
Oh,
first
yeah.
set?
Yeah, this is first ever time playing.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm very interested to see that.
You'll have to keep us updated.
Yeah.
You guys,
I in terms of like touring, I think it will definitely happen. I'm not sure yet. It's also very like it's scary. Like you don't want to time it badly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you value yourself at like this level, a tour can either put you up here or like put you down here. And I think it's why you don't see like a lot of big people touring sometimes, because they're kind of maybe scared that they might not do the numbers that people think they will. And if they do it and it doesn't do well, then that's the new level that they set themselves at. So it's kind of like a scary thing. I don't think we want to like rush that.
Well, also times are
also-
tough right now. A lot of shows are getting canceled right now due to low ticket sales. People are just
Yeah.
scared right now. They're not really buying tickets. So
Yeah.
that's why pop-ups are doing well, because people can't afford shit right now.
mhm.
But like people want to go to stuff like you said, like the pop-up show that people want to be at things. And also, I think like good lineups show that people will spend the money. Like for example, I think maybe three-quarters of the Void Dome crowd was like flying in for the
Hmm.
show.
Yeah.
And usually you don't see that unless it's like, oh wow, okay, like I cannot miss this. And that's usually what sudden death shows are like. Like the lineups are always something that you're like, oh my gosh, okay, I gotta like cancel whatever I'm doing.
Mhm.
Like the fact that Simula is playing Red Rocks is crazy
That's
to
Dude,
me.
pretty
The fact that
sick.
that's for a sudden death show.
Yeah.
I've watched Simula play to 50 people in my hometown in the UK like ages ago. Like it's so crazy to see now. I've always been like an OG supporter and fan of his because I think he's like the best drum and bass guy. That's my one thing that I'll always say. I liked him before he blew up.
There you go. OG right there. Okay, well, moving on. Let's see. Agi Italics is asking pizza or pasta. Edo, you can go first.
Pizza.
Pizza?
coming
Oh,
from the
that's
Italian
surprising.
guy.
Pizza. Pizza any
Pizza.
day of the week.
Napoli pizza?
Yeah, exactly. Like the real
Yeah,
pizza.
the only kind.
That's like if I'm going out for dinner to eat pizza, that's the pizza I eat. If I have to eat like pizza throughout like throughout the day, like for example today I ate pizza, but it's like uh pizza la romana it's called, like it's from Rome, right? So it's like in the oven. It's not in like the where in the wood oven. It's like the
Like the
standard oven.
furnace things. It's just
Yeah,
not like a normal.
exactly. And it's
Yeah.
like square or yeah, rectangular, not like round.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just
That's what
reminds
it
me
Mhm.
of that plug-in photo that we came across when we were making that song. With
Oh
the
my god.
pizza. That was so
Yes.
funny. When we were making the intro to, was it the Pit remix? Was that
Yeah,
the
it
one that
was.
we were doing? Yeah. When we were making the intro to that, Edo was like trying to find like some plugins to like emulate some real Italian instruments. And we found one, and it was like a contact thing. And contact like the libraries have like the photos. Usually people put like a photo of the instrument that you're like trying to play. But this one just had Naples and a big pizza across it. And it was just a
Okay.
it was so random, but it was so funny.
And the
And it actually
sound
sounded good.
fun.
The sounds were good.
Oh, yeah. That
Yeah, yeah.
authentic Italian plugin.
Press one like something and it does a Italian sound. It's like an Italian soundboard. It was crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Hell yeah. Well, last question here. Joe Hogan's. When is the first EP coming out? If you guys are working on one.
We are working on one, but we don't know when it's coming. But we are definitely working on one.
Good shit.
Yeah, we've
The
got
brothers.
stuff. Like I think a lot of the brothers songs people know by now, but honestly, when it comes to like actually putting music out, I'm pretty sure we're pretty unorganized. So
Yeah.
it will happen. It just has to come, like
Mhm.
Yeah.
we can't force it. I'm very
Yeah.
bad at forcing releases as well. I kind of just like I like to go like I want to put this song out in this date. Let's do it. I won't be like, okay, this month this, and then the next month that, and then the next that. This is like my first year really trying to be like that.
Mhm.
But
It's
usually I'm
hard.
kind of just like I like to go with the flow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what management is for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, just like it feels like hard to do. Kind of feels like you're forcing yourself, in a way.
A deadline. So you have like to be precise and like I'm like everything except from a precise person. I'm not precise at all. So like being precise and like uh respecting a date, for a song. I'm very bad at that. So yeah, I don't know about Tom.
I'm definitely the same. I like a big thing I do is I look at ways that I can not do the thing but still make it in the time frame. So like if I have to do something in a week, I'm like, okay, so if I mess around and do other things for 4 days, can I do this in 3 days? And if it's yes, then I'll just do something else and forget about it. and then always just like leave myself in a stressful situation
Oh, no.
every single time. Like I had to finish music when I went back to the UK 2 weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, but I'm in the UK, like I want to like be with my friends. So then I like mapped it out all in my head. If this date here is this, and the songs are at this state, and I have this amount of time, does that mean I could go to the pub 5 times and then work on the music? Yes. And then I just went to the pub 5 times in a row.
Got her done though.
Boy
Did it
math.
It worked out, but it was very much like
stressful?
I was only like a few hours late, but I got it on the day.
Nice.
Hey, that's what
But I
matters.
woke up at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, and it's good to find that balance too. I've been making more of an effort to like not overwork myself to the point where I'm like burning out, because Chrissy and I definitely experienced that over the last few months. So yeah, lately I've been finding more time to just game, play my PS5, just clear my head. Because it's always work full-time job all day, go home, work on FBI stuff, work on the label, work on other stuff, taxes, whatever it is.
Oh God.
I'm glad taxes are over.
Triggered.
We can't talk about that until 3 p.m. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. That topic's off limits right now.
I can
Trump,
only talk about
please
it
help.
with a beer in my. I
We
can
know
only
he's
talk about it
listening.
with 7 beers in my hands.
Yeah. That's when it's
Yeah.
tolerable. Cool. Well, we have a quick lightning round set up for you guys. This is the last section. And how about we have Ed can answer first and then Tom can answer second for all of them, just for the sake of time. So yeah, just spit it out when you can. So first question is, what is your pre-show routine?
Oh, pre-show routine. Sleep, eat, then what else? Just sometimes I like to do push-ups to wake up after the sleep. So just like, and Red Bull, and then you go focus. But yeah, I sometimes I need like 10 minutes to like just focus by myself. So I isolate for 10 minutes and then I go on stage.
Yeah. But for me, I do absolutely nothing related to the show until like 30 minutes before, and then I stim out with a bag of chips until I go on stage. Like you can ask Ed, every time I'm at a show, I have a huge bag of, it won't even be mine, it will just be anyone's. And I'll just have a whole bag to myself. And it's not even that I'm hungry, it just like it eases my mind. It's like a thingy toy, a fiddle toy.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like
Also, is
what are
that
the- what are
why?
the-
Yeah, like a fidget, fidget
Fidget
spinner.
That's it.
That's been
Yeah.
Damn, is that why every time we come out to the Denver shows, if you're around, the chips go missing? Now I know.
Yes, absolutely. I remember one time I
Bandit.
had it on my rider and I got 5 bags of kettle chips.
I
I had 4 of them. I had 4 of them.
That is
That's
so
how bad it
funny.
is.
Be like that, but with the M&Ms. And I used to eat so many M&Ms, and it was like fucked because it's not healthy. And I used to eat like packs of M&Ms.
Yeah,
before.
I don't know if it's like an
Wow.
ADHD thing or a stress thing.
For me, I think
I've always
it's
wondered.
like I'm stressed, so I just like eat to like
Yeah.
the sugar makes me feel more like calm. Maybe I don't know.
Were you guys super nervous before like your VOYD DOME set?
Honestly,
I was pretty relaxed, I think.
yeah, I kind of, this is a big thing, and I think for anyone watching this, it's kind of like important thing to say. When it comes to shows, I don't really get stressed anymore, apart from if it's like a important headline or something like that. And the reason why I don't get stressed is because I know everyone there is there to see me and have fun. They're not there to critique me or complain about like a transition or something. So if I just have fun, they're gonna have fun. So what is the point in getting stressed? Like if I get stressed, it's just going to affect the performance, and it may ruin people's fun if I like do things in such a weird way instead of just being confident and just like having fun. Like I think that's why a bunch of people like the Stooges so much, because they're on stage and they're just like they play a song and then they just like wheel it for 3 minutes and just shout at the crowd and just say they all stink.
Yeah.
And then how they should like, I mean, Trey always says how like everyone should suck his dick.
It's
Suck
more
my
fun when
squishy.
you're playing with someone. Like I feel like I would get so nervous playing alone.
But that confidence and like just having fun removes all the stress, and it's just important to think like everyone wants to see you. So don't treat it like no one wants you there. Treat it like this is your moment. Like just have your fun. So I think that makes like playing Tacoma Dome so much easier, because the amount of stuff that we got like tagged in and the amount of times we got mentioned beforehand, I was like, okay, people are like actually here to see us.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
I had a lot.
I
Yeah.
love that.
I know. I'm really sad that we missed it, but yeah.
Next time.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Well, yeah, we'll see you next time. You'll have a Denver Poppe set one day.
Yeah.
So, what is the most rewarding moment of your EDM career?
Oh, damn. Damn.
Putting you on the spot.
Yes.
I think I know an obvious one, which Edo would obviously agree with, but it's kind of like a boring answer.
Like,
And that
for
would
me,
be visa approval. But like,
exactly like
but
for
that's
me,
not like a fun thing. That's not like. Give me a sec. I need
just
to-
saying summoning to me. So okay, when I arrived at some,
Get that blood flowing.
I'm thinking.
no, I don't have a. I have the boring answer, which for me was arriving at summoning and seeing all like my idols, pretty much like everybody there, and it was my debut show in America, and I just got my visa, and I'm like, fuck, man, I'm going from Italy to the United States, and everybody's there. Like I was like, what? Like, is this person real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, did we just lose him?
Oh,
To me,
There
that was
you go.
insane.
What happened to his webcam?
That was good timing though.
Oh, there you go. You're back. You're back. Yeah, I guess I have a similar kind of thing, which I wouldn't say is so much like an achievement as of like playing a show, but more like to me when I went to Lost Lands for the first time and I finally got to meet everyone that I've like been talking to online for years. It felt like an achievement for me that I was able to go from my bedroom to like actually being there with all of my friends that I've known for years. That was probably the most satisfying and like yeah, it gave me like the most gratitude, was just like being able to hang out with all these people, and then like seeing like sudden death. Like I met him for the first time and he instantly knew who I was and was like, "Oh, you're like the best guy in riddim." And I was like, "What?" Like I've just flown from the UK. Bear in mind, I have never been to a dubstep show before this. Like never. I flew
Wow.
just after my exams. I flew to Lost Lands, and then so the first person I see at the airport, he comes up from behind me. It's Infect and Samplifier.
Oh my gosh.
way.
But like we were already friends online, so it was like, "Hey man," and I was like, "What?" And then I go into the hotel, and the first person I see sitting down is Sizzy, and I'm like, "This is crazy. These are all people that like I've talked to online for ages, and suddenly like
And suddenly they are there.
I'm
Like
there."
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're real.
And I think a lot of Americans, I don't want to say this in like a spiteful way, but a lot of Americans don't realize how crazy it is for us Europeans. Like the fact that we have to fly over to a whole other continent to see a bunch of our friends. Sure, we can see some of them in Europe, but like for a huge chunk of them, I would not have seen them for like another 2 years if I didn't go to Lost Lands.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's like crazy to me. And that was probably like the biggest thing for me in my career. It wasn't so much like an achievement, like I got something out of it. I mean, maybe I did, but it was definitely like the most like rememberable and cherishable moment for
Me,
me.
it's still like that. I don't know about you, Tom, because you now live there. But since I'm like pretty often in Italy, like when I'm there, it still happens to me. Like sometimes I'm here for 2 weeks and then I come back and I'm like, damn, these people like really exist, you know? So like, but yeah, when I met you at Nameless in Italy, I was like, damn, like that's crazy. I was very happy to meet you, and this still happens
Me?
with you.
At Nameless? You mean
Yeah.
at Rampage?
No,
I
no,
wasn't at Nameless.
I'm talking about the girls.
I said me and you said yes. Okay, ignore me. I blame the internet.
Yeah.
The internet definitely just...
Yeah.
My connection, I don't know what's going on with my connection right now, but
Yeah, I remember you had like the mask and everything, and you were trying to
Oh
like hide your
yeah.
identity with the mask.
Yeah. Oh my
Dude, I
God.
forgot about that.
You're trying to be a masked artist. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, because it's like you think about it so much in your head, like every day you're living through this screen, and then the moment it finally unfolds in front of you, it feels like a video game.
And it kind of goes back to that whole thing I was saying about us just being bedroom people. Like, we're just people that just sat in our room, hiding away, making weird
Hmm.
sounds. And then being someone like I could tell at the time Edo was like extremely like anxious. And to be
Oh,
put in front of that many people after just like making sounds in your bedroom for years, it takes a lot to actually be like prepared for that. And I think for Edo, using the little mask was like a big thing for him to.
Yeah, I would just like cover my face. I was like, they can't see my emotions. So
hmm.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for you guys. Like, especially like, there's a lot of DJs in this space that are introverts, like you were saying, Tom.
Yeah.
So like, to go up there and play in front of all these people, I can't even imagine at all.
I think I have to say I'm a big introvert. I think like uh sometimes I feel like damn that like all these people. I'm like kind of scared, by these people. Uh, but I think like coming to the States, it's helping me a lot with this. I'm way more social now. Uh, but I used to be. I'm still very shy, but I used to be way more shy, like way more.
I
Yeah.
think that's going back to the whole like doing the brother stuff. I think that's like a huge thing was that I could recognize that I was very comfortable around Ed and Ed was very comfortable around me. Like a lot of people always say how Ed's really anxious and I'm like, no, he's not. He just like he has to be around like people he knows. And I think when I see him and he's just this huge, bright, like happy person, I was like, I want to do more with this guy because I feel like we actually like can connect well. And he like opens up to me a lot.
Hmm.
And for
Yeah.
me, that's like an important thing. Because at the end of the day, like doing music together is cool, but you have to actually be like friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you have to
Yep.
like understand how they feel and like connect with them and also just like know that you guys have the same sort of passions.
Yep. Couldn't agree more. That's how Yessie and I are. We're friends, we get along, but the business stuff is just like the cherry on top at times. So,
Yeah. Yeah, that's another
Yep.
thing. If you have fun with someone, all the business and all the hardship just disappears. It just
yeah.
like becomes way easier.
Well, there's like something bigger at the end of the road too. It's like your friendship gets stronger.
Yeah,
Yeah. And we
100%.
just work so well together. Like, we understand each other's work schedules because of our full-time
Mhm.
jobs. And, I'm good at one thing and then she's good at another thing that I can't do. So it's like our dynamic is
Yeah,
just perfect, in my opinion.
Yeah.
agreed. Love it. A couple more questions here for you guys. What is the best fast food?
Ooh. Like the best chain or
Your
Yeah,
favorite?
your favorite.
my favorite. Okay, so in America, I'm a huge McDonald's fans, but just because I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why, but I like McDonald's. It's like my
Huh.
It's interesting because I feel like McDonald's is way better in Europe than here in
Yeah.
Way
America.
better.
yeah, I
I
know,
think he's saying that
but
as Italian McDonald's. I think he's talking about the Italian one because
Oh,
there's no way he's talking about the American one.
this one's
I hate
shitty.
McDonald's because every time I order it, it arrives and it's like cold, and I fucking
Mhm.
hate it. But when it's fresh, the nuggets especially and the fries,
Mhm.
very
I
good.
kind of have like a I kind of
Chef's
have like a
kiss.
whole I have like a whole like specification because I think they all do different things well. So if we're talking in general, like I'm going for fast foods. Like I don't want to spend much on everything. In and out is obviously the one.
Good answer.
But then if I want to get a chicken sandwich specifically, just a chicken sandwich, I'm going to Popeyes.
Oh,
If I want sauce, I'm going to Cane's. Um,
He's an expert.
but then In and Out like
wow.
does all the burgers. But I don't like the fries there. No, the best fries would probably be ooh.
Freddy's.
Or like actually no, Shake Shacks are kind of like a bit. See, I feel like if we're going overall, if we're not including the cost and everything, I feel like I completely forgot about it, but Shake Shack would probably be the best one.
Ooh, Shake
But
Shack
Shake
is
Shack's
good.
not really like I don't really see it like a fast food place anymore. Like it is, but
No.
like it's not really.
Well,
It's
they
like
don't
a
have a
Like
tier
Five
up.
drive-through.
Guys.
It's like a tier
It's
up
kind of like yeah,
from
it's kind of like Five Guys. Like
Yeah.
it's so good, but the price range is like you're basically going to a restaurant. Um,
especially in this
but In-N-Out
economy.
otherwise,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
exactly.
Yeah.
But In-N-Out just like if you're trying to spend like $10 on some absolutely dog shit food, but it's like good, absolutely that. It just like
Yeah.
for the same price as McDonald's, it feels like they actually know how to like make it.
Honestly, In-N-Out is not even that bad, like quality-wise, I think. At the end of the
No,
day,
I don't know why people always say like they don't
burger
they
and
yeah.
bread and lettuce and tomato, it's like it's fine. Depends also on like
I
what you
always
put in the burger.
I always hear
Yeah.
people say that In-N-Out isn't like a burger, it's like its own thing, and I'm just like, what are you talking about?
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh?
I've
And
had a
what is
few
it?
people be like, In-N-Out is in its own tier because it's so like dog shit. It's
Cardboard.
good. Like it's so bad that it's good. And I'm like, I think you mean it's good. I don't think you
Yeah.
mean it's bad that it's good. I think it's just good.
I don't think it's bad. It's like it's just a burger. It's like something that you could make at home, and I think that's his value. That it's like just easy burger. You get a burger, and you're paying for the burger for what it is. You're not overpaying, so you're just
Mhm.
happy with it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I think another big factor which completely changes the value of fast food to me is which ones you can get after a show.
Facts. The
And
late
That's
the
another
night.
fact
thing.
that you can get in and out after a show just makes it so much better.
I
Like, I'm trying to
agree.
think what there is. There's what? In and Out, Cane's, and McDonald's are the three that are like usually open. What else is open?
Yeah, Cane's is open late.
Cane's is like a 2 a.m.er.
Yeah, that's
Well,
clutch.
I
Well,
gotta say,
also,
McDonald's is my favorite. Sorry.
oh no, sorry. I was gonna
I want-
say, like here in Denver, when you go to Ogden, Slice Works is open, so you can just walk down
Mhm.
the street.
Mm. Yeah,
What is
yeah, yeah.
Pizza.
It's pizza.
Oh, pizza.
But I
Okay.
wouldn't call that like a traditional like fast food. That's
Yeah.
like pizza that's been ready to just give out.
Late night.
Yeah. I mean, actually yet to have pizza in America. Like
What?
fast food pizza.
Oh, you're not missing anything.
I've never had like Domino's or Little Caesars or like what's the other one? Papa
Pizza
John's. I've
Hut.
never had any of them. I will only have like traditional like East Coast pizza. It's the only time you will get like see me getting pizza in America. Because like on the East Coast, I know there's like a lot of Italian culture and it's like known for its pizza. So I usually like try to get pizza when I'm there.
Yeah.
Before we go on to the next question, though, I want to say I said McDonald's just because, like McDonald's, you open like whatever you use like DoorDash or Uber Eats, and it's always like 10 minutes 10 minutes away. It's like
Mhm.
super fast. I'm like,
I don't
yeah, I gotta eat super fast. Like that's the
I
real
don't know
fast
about
food
you guys
stuff.
though, but I think I value waiting longer to get a slightly better food. I don't know. I
I
could
don't.
go hungry for 10 more minutes to eat something that's not McDonald's.
Well, it depends. On the
Yeah.
like if you're in the middle of bumfuck Illinois, Oklahoma, and McDonald's is the only option, which for the most part it is, then
Yeah.
And also, I
I think
always
I,
feel I'm starving before like ordering food.
True.
I
I think I'm
starve.
biased because
I need to eat, and I go on Uber Eats. And like, well, I guess I'm gonna eat McDonald's because it's like 10 minutes away.
yeah.
yeah, and like
I'm
Lost
biased
Lands
because
too.
McDonald's is a block over.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, dude, the Lost Lands one.
By
It's
the
gone, though.
airport.
It's gone.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gone.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a meme in the dubstep community for being the worst McDonald's in America.
That place
Like
sucks.
I'm pretty sure it's actually like known. If you could ask anyone what is the worst McDonald's you've been to, they will say the Lost Lands
Well,
one.
that's McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, I'm kind of like put off McDonald's because it's literally a block from me.
Oh, you
I
gotta
want
say,
a block too.
a lot of people from starving.
True.
Huh?
It's I think that McDonald's right there saved a lot of people from starving because there's
Oh,
nothing
yeah.
up there.
Yeah,
There's
no,
nothing.
especially in America with how expensive everything is.
Yeah.
So
Well,
props
we got one more question for you guys, and we can wrap this up. We've had a pretty good conversation for the last hour. So, Edo, I know it's late where you are, so appreciate you for sticking
Yeah, of
along with this. So, who are some of the most underrated artists in the scene right now?
Damn.
Hot question.
Good question. I want to say first person that comes to my mind is Onara.
Mm.
Damn it, man! Why do you have to steal my?
And yeah, my pick actually. I'm just wait. Do we have to say more?
Say multiple. Don't be boring. Come on.
Kerosene DUBZ. Kerosene. I don't know how you say it. For sure. Let's say like. Is I don't know if you can consider a Fian underground anymore, but like Fian for sure. Was like underground. Like
I think Ophion's still underground.
am I underground? I think
we kind of are.
Well,
but, like, in the grand scheme of things, we are.
so I can say all my friends. Like yeah.
Well, mainly the question, Taylor's more to like who's super underrated, like who should be gaining more traction than they are right now.
Like Deviate, Edo. Like I feel like Deviate is like a prime.
Deviate for sure. Yeah. Job. Damn.
Yeah. Someone I've been enjoying is I don't know if his actual artist name is this, but it's Max Riley, like MXRLY. He's
I haven't.
He's done stuff with Jub.
Okay.
He's like a Bay Area person, I think. He's cool. But
That's
all
a-
the kind of usual suspects right now, like Anara.
Yeah, Onara, Roy,
Yeah, Roy is another one. Yeah.
Astaroth.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, big time.
Absolutely.
Big time.
Joby.
Yeah. There's just so many people, and this is what I hate about this scene is that like there are so many people better than me, but I feel like they should be in my position. I hate
Yeah.
that all these insane producers like kind of go under the radar a bit.
The thing is
Like
that
I feel like they're way more deserving of being where I am than I am because of how insane they are.
that's because we are producers, so we have like I feel like we have different tastes compared to like the crowd that we play for. Most of the times.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see things differently, hear things differently.
Like I think there's like a fuck ton of producers that deserve to be in America right now and playing shows, but I don't know. Sometimes the market wants something else, and it's like and it sucks because you're like, damn, that music is very good, and it should be up right now, and it's
Yeah,
not.
that is the problem I think a lot of people come across is that because so many of them got into it through like sound design, they make their songs all about sound design and not really making their songs about being a song, if that makes sense. And for normal like crowds, it's more important that they're like listening to a song than like a composition of sound design, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's a big thing that I definitely have picked up more being in America, is differentiating like just letting out loads of crazy sounds and actually making it something that people can remember and resonate with. Obviously, it's not always important to make a song that is like that, but I think a lot of these people would be bigger if they treated it differently. Not that I'd want them to. Like, I think these people are cool because they do it their way and they do all sound design. But unfortunately, like to be mainstream, you kind of have to do things in a different way. Like I said, like make it more like about it being a song than a composition of sound design.
There's a game to be played for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, the social media game and the branding game and all of that.
Yeah, like I'd argue a prime example of someone that should literally be at the very top, and I know all the top people would agree because they play him all the time, would be Fizo. But
Yeah.
Fizo's thing is that he like always prioritizes like sound design over everything else and wasn't really much of like a social media person.
He's a
So,
producer's producer.
Like he definitely he could be at the top. Like that is like the best producer of all time. Hands down, best producer ever. You could ask anyone. Fizo without a
Right.
doubt. But it just goes to show that like if you don't have those aspects that the fan base resonate with, it doesn't do as much. Like I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure Fizo's so big because just every single artist that's ever touched a door that's made dubstep recognizes that he is literally like the best person ever. And also he made like stuff like Jotaro.
But if you want to like drop names, I'd say like also Akios, for example, or CZ. CZ should be like, I don't know, up there for sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
Agreed with all of that.
I think Sizzy's a good example of sound design and also music composition. Like I think
Yeah.
that's like a perfect thing of like both worlds of a crazy drop with insane sound design, but also the way that the song's structured and the way the sounds are used, it's in a way that fans can like resonate with it.
Dude, imagine if we could curate like a lineup for like the Lost Lands of like
That's
the
basically what Sudden Death is like
that's so sick. Like imagine
making
your own show and having all like your favorite artists be like, yeah, I want them.
Yeah.
That's
Finally
what
a
we wanna
chance to
do.
put them on.
yeah, I'd love to do so many tickets that I could just put on anyone and it does not matter. Like I'd argue in a way that's kind of what the Subtronics Red Rocks is. Like the fact that it's Subtronics and then the support is Infect and Sizzy. That's like such a random like Red Rocks. But because Subtronics can just sell it out regardless of who's on support, he just puts like these artists and it's sick.
Infect is huge. So it's like
No, well, yeah, I don't think like he shouldn't be doing it. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying like, considering like what Subtronics normally puts, it's definitely like you could see he's just putting what he wanted to put more over what made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
think
you
that's
see, like you see artists who have headline shows, they put on artists who they think will sell the most tickets. Whereas what you're saying, Subtronics puts on artists who he thinks deserve to be on that lineup
Because
and
he
deserve the
knows he can do
recognition.
the tickets already. Yeah.
Yeah, like ticket
That's why
sales
he's
don't
a
matter.
goat.
Yeah. And I love that he does that because
You
he
can
could
see
he could just like he could put a crazy lineup and just sell it out even faster. But like, I mean, it's not like that lineup isn't crazy, but that's not really what I'm saying. It's more like.
Yeah, we get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
you can see that he cares about the artists for what they are and not based on their ticket sale.
Exactly.
Like you can see that Jesse is like, oh damn, I like that artist, so he's gonna play for me, regardless, right? So
Same with
that's very,
Tape B. I feel like Tape B is doing the same thing.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend Eater from Italy,
Yeah, we love Eater.
Yeah.
We just saw him in Miami.
Francesco, yeah, he's like, yeah, he's playing a lot of shows with TP, and that's just amazing. Like the fact that, you know, he's working closely, and I don't know, it's just great that artists do this type of stuff, for example. And
He's a really cool guy. I saw I opened my Instagram this morning and I went on my reels and I saw a reel where it was someone like going in the crowd of Ultra. Like what's an unexpected back to back that needs to happen? And they were going round and then he like came across Tape B in the crowd and Tape B was like, I need a bad clat infect back to back. And I'm like, I'm like Tape B, like you're kind of like, you know what you're saying, man. Like respect.
Wow.
Like I wasn't expecting that. And also
We need that.
When me and Victim played Cyclops Cove, we pulled up to the stage and there wasn't many people there like 15 minutes, 10 minutes before because like we still had a bit before we went on. But we looked through like the fence into the crowd and Toby was just like there, just like chilling. And we went out and he was like, yeah, man, I'm just like chilling here until you guys play. And it was like 2 p.m.
Wow.
Like the time slot was like he did not need to be there that early. And
He's
just
the
like
goat.
he was just in the crowd and he just like talked to us and then stayed the whole set and everything. And it was like that's sick. And I think this is like the whole thing is just that they're no different to like us. They're just people that kind of won. Like the cards got played right. Like they're just passionate bedroom people as well.
Staying true
Just
to
like
your
everyone
roots.
else.
That'll get you
Exactly.
far. That'll get you the dream.
Exactly,
Stay true to who you are.
The EDM dream.
Yep.
Wow.
Definitely exists.
Well,
Definitely
Well,
exists.
on that note, anything else you guys want to add for those who are still listening?
the cat definitely wants to say something.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy has been a rascal. You haven't given me any time on that.
Special guest.
Yeah. This guy is actually named after a Jub i7 song. Wait, Edo, do you know the song Yuki? Jub i7?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, this guy's name's Yuki. He was named after the song.
Aw,
Love it.
he's so good.
Also it means I think moon in Japanese.
Sick. Such a sick name.
Yeah, the cat was named before I was kind of in the equation, so I
No.
don't really take the credit for the naming, but I just know the cat was named after a Jub song.
So sick.
Love it.
That's Bella's credit.
Yeah, that's
Shout out,
that's
Bella.
not. Yeah, she actually just left to go to Dutch Bros.
Dutch Bros, yes. Love that spot.